her footsteps echoing like a countdown. Every step brought her closer to a man whose reputation alone could break officers. General Marcus Thompson. A legend. A predator. A test no one passed easily. Enter. His voice cut through the silence. Amanda stepped inside. The office felt like a battlefield of achievements, medals, photographs, power. And behind it all, the man himself. Watching. Measuring. Captain Carter, he said calmly, flipping through her file. Impressive record, but incomplete. He looked up. That's when the test began. Not with questions. With pressure. Young officers think they understand intelligence, Thompson said, circling slowly. But real intelligence is knowing when you're being tested. Amanda didn't respond. She waited. Then, she moved her hand. A single, precise signal. Everything changed. Thompson froze. For the first time, the legendary general looked shaken. How do you know that signal? Silence. Heavy. Dangerous. Minutes later, the room locked down. 6 hours of interrogation followed. Questions. Pressure. Psychological attacks. They dug into everything. Her missions, her past, her missing months. 8 months classified? One officer pressed. No records. No trace. Convenient. But Amanda didn't break. Not once. Because the truth was deeper than clearance. Deeper than rank. Finally, the room went silent. The recording stopped. An admiral stepped forward. You shouldn't be here, he said quietly. Then, or should I call you Ghost Walker? Everything came back. Syria. The infiltration. The betrayal. The moment everything went wrong. She had a choice. Stay hidden or save lives. She chose to act. She broke cover. And saved 8 Navy SEALs. Now the truth was no longer buried. The interrogation ended not with, but with respect. You're not just an intelligence officer, Thompson said. You're something else entirely. That night, as Amanda walked out of the Pentagon, the weight on her shoulders felt different. Not heavier. Clearer. She wasn't just Captain Carter anymore. She was the ghost no one saw coming. Amanda didn't go home immediately. She sat in her car outside the Pentagon. Engine off, hands resting on the steering wheel. For the first time in 3 years, there was no mission waiting. No cover to maintain. No lie to remember. Just silence. And it felt wrong. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She stared at it for a second, then answered. Carter. Silence. Then, we need you back. The voice was calm, controlled, familiar. Admiral Mitchell. Amanda's grip tightened. I thought that part of my life was over, she said quietly. It was, Mitchell replied. Until it wasn't. A pause. Then, we have a situation. 6 hours later, Amanda was on a plane. No markings. No flight plan. Just darkness outside the window and the quiet hum of engines. Across from her sat 2 operators. No names. No introductions. Just professionals. One of them slid a tablet across to her. Target zone. She looked. A dense forest. Mountain terrain. A compound barely visible under camouflage. Thermal scans show intermittent movement, the operator said. But nothing consistent. Meaning? Amanda asked. Either they're hiding well, he leaned forward, or they're waiting. Nightfall. Insertion was silent. Fast ropes. No lights. No sound. Amanda hit the ground and moved immediately. Everything felt familiar. Too familiar. The air. The tension. The feeling that something was watching. They approached the compound. No resistance. No guards. No alarms. That was the first red flag. The second was the door. Open. The smell hit first. Metallic. Heavy. Wrong. Amanda stepped inside. Blood. Everywhere. Walls. Floor. Equipment. But no bodies. The operators spread out. Clear. Clear. Then, contact. Amanda turned. One of the operators stood frozen, pointing at the wall. A message, written in blood. Arabic. Amanda stepped closer. Read it. And her heart dropped. They remember you. They're not just active, Amanda said quietly. They're hunting. Mitchell's voice crackled over comms. Confirm. They knew we'd come, she replied. A pause. Then, extraction now, Mitchell ordered. Too late. Gunfire erupted. From everywhere. Hidden positions. Underground tunnels. They had been surrounded before they even arrived. Move. Amanda dropped behind cover as rounds tore through the walls. Operators returned fire. Controlled. Precise. But the enemy was ready. They knew the insertion pattern, one shouted. Amanda's mind clicked. They studied us before, she said. Syria. They were pinned. No clear exit. No support. History repeating itself. Amanda looked around. Same situation. Different battlefield. Same choice. Run. Or act. Amanda grabbed the radio. This is Ghost Walker, she said. Silence. Then, Mitchell's voice. Go. I need drone strike authorization. Denied. Then give me control. A pause. Tension. Then, done. Amanda pulled up the targeting system. Hands steady. Mind sharp. She marked positions. Predicted movement. Calculated timing. On my mark. The operators held position. Waiting. Trusting. 3, 2, 1 now. The night exploded. Precision strikes. Chaos. The enemy broke formation. That was the moment. Move. They pushed forward. Through fire. Through smoke. Through hell. Minutes later. Silence. Heavy breathing. Smoke rising. Amanda stood in the center of it all. Alive. Again. Mitchell came over comms. Status. Amanda looked around. Then answered. Mission not over. Because on the ground, she found something. A device. Still active. Still transmitting. She picked it up. Looked at the screen. And for the first time, she felt real fear. Because on that screen was her face. Her file. Her movements. Tracked. Studied. Hunted. They're not rebuilding, Amanda said slowly. Mitchell went quiet. Then what are they doing? He asked. Amanda stared into the darkness. They're preparing. A pause. For me.